Right, 3 days to go until the start of the Rugby World Cup in France. England's first game is against Argentina in Marseille on Saturday, but they go into the tournament in awful form. Since Steve Borthwick took over from Eddie Jones at the end of last year, they've won just 3 times in 9 tests. Well, these are England's results in the recent warm-up matches last month. 1 win in 4. And they suffered injuries and suspensions to key players as well. But New Zealand great Dan Carter has told us not to write England off just yet.
They have the players. They definitely have the players and capabilities to beat any team on their day. And to me, I've been very surprised by their sort of lacklustre performances. But all they need is a really good performance to build that confidence, that belief, because I can assure you they'll be working really hard and they're just not getting the results to back up that hard work. So there's just something not big that's missing, but we've seen in previous World Cups that it's not necessarily the form sides going into the World Cup go on to win it. It's not always the favourites that go on to win it. It's the team that gels well as a team and continue to just get better and better as the World Cup goes on.
So Dan Carter says there's hope. England's pool is on paper one of the easier ones in the tournament. Only Argentina are ranked higher than them.
If we look at the Rugby World Cup poolings, it was done a good few years ago, and England are on the side where there are not as many higher ranked teams. So in Pool A and Pool B, you've got the 5 best ranked teams in the world, and in Pool C and Pool D, not so much. So England could definitely make it out of their pool into the quarterfinals, where they possibly could meet a Wales, an Australia, or even Fiji. And if you've watched England recently, they played against Fiji at Twickenham Stadium, and Fiji won. The first time Fiji have ever beaten England. So fans are naturally quite frustrated because the confidence in the players hasn't been great. The performances haven't been consistent. So yeah, if you're an English fan, you'd be quite frustrated with what you're seeing right now. But there's a hope, there's a genuine hope that we'll get out of the pool and that they'll progress further than that. But it's not going to be easy.
Yeah, England definitely not the favourites in France, but Dan Carter admitted to us that New Zealand aren't either.
There's been better performing teams over the last 2 or 3 years. The French and Irish in particular, number 1 and 2 ranked teams in the world, and rightfully so. They've been dominant for major parts of that time, but it's hard to go past the New Zealanders. But then you see the likes of South Africa and how dominant they can be in their style of play. That suffocating style of play is really a strong strength of theirs, especially in tournament play like a Rugby World Cup.